Welcome to today's episode of Mindful Tech, where we delve into the fascinating intersection of artificial intelligence and human cognition. I'm your host, and today we're diving into a topic that's as technical as it is intriguing: recursive prompts in language models. Now, for those of you wondering, what exactly do we mean by recursive prompts? Well, imagine you're writing a sentence, but instead of finishing it, you create another sentence that refers back to the first, kind of like telling a story that keeps looping back on itself. This is what happens in programming with recursive functions, where a function calls itself until it reaches a base case or an endpoint. But let's break it down a bit more. One fascinating example of recursion in this context is the Fibonacci sequence. How many of you are familiar with that? It's that famous series where each number is the sum of the two preceding ones, like 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, and so on. Now, researchers have explored using language models to generate these Fibonacci numbers through recursive prompts. Imagine a prompt structured as a clever paradox, asking the model to produce a number in the sequence by referencing its previous numbers. It's like sending it on a treasure hunt for numbers, where it constantly gets closer to the next treasure chest. However, there's a catch. Sometimes these prompts produce incorrect numbers. Isn't that a bit unnerving? I mean, a model that was supposed to be intelligent getting the numbers wrong? And this raises a fascinating question. How do we ensure correctness when using AI in such recursive tasks? One proposed method is for the model to check its own work. Just like we might ask a friend to double-check our math homework, a model could break its task into smaller subsections, verify each step, and then aggregate the findings. There's also a rich historical context here. Researchers have long been fascinated by how humans utilize memorization and computation. The ACTR project at Carnegie Mellon University is a great example of this. They studied how students perform math under brain scans, revealing a lot about our cognitive processes. That brings us to another compelling idea laid out in the realm of AI, the concept of chain of thought prompting. By guiding the model through its reasoning in a clear step-by-step manner, you're actually helping it mimic the thought processes humans use when solving problems. Now, if you think about it, this ties into a larger discussion about how AI is designed to interact with human thinking. In crafting these recursive prompts, we're not just focusing on the next Fibonacci number, we're exploring a new method for how machines can think. As we reflect on these examples today, it's a reminder of the complexity involved in both human cognition and artificial intelligence. We're all on this journey to understand how to utilize these tools while navigating the inherent imperfections they may present. Before we wrap up, think about this. How would you use recursion, not just in programming, but in your own problem-solving or decision-making? It's a thought to ponder as we conclude today's episode. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of recursion in AI. Stay curious, and until next time, keep questioning and learning.